I'm Flossie, and today I'll be reviewing what, in my opinion, is the best Tier 10 tank destroyer in World of Tanks Blitz, the Foch 155, and why I think it's a very, very good tank for newer players.
Before I actually get into today's video, I need to point out right now that the beef that Flossie and I are having, the beef is made-up drama that we both thought would be funny to do as a meme on our channels. The fact that some of you actually think this is real is kind of sad, I'm not gonna lie. It was quite obviously fake drama from the beginning, if you couldn't tell by the legit jokes we were throwing back and forth, and we're literally friends that hang out with each other every single day in voice chat. So no, this isn't real drama, and if you think it is, or thought it was, I don't know what to tell you.
I have irrefutable evidence that the Foch is in fact the best tank destroyer in the game. Why? Well, we can see Flossie's Blitz stars here, and if we make our way all the way down to the bottom of the page, we can see his statistics and all of his Tier 10 tank destroyers. There is the AMX Foch 155. And you know what's doing worse than the Foch in average damage? The Object 268 version 4. Now, the Object 268 version 4 is considered by many people the most overpowered Tier 10 and the easiest tank to win in. So if Flossie's doing worse in the 268 and better in the Foch, then clearly the Foch is in fact the best tank in the game. The last time I made a video on the Foch, I don't think I performed well enough to showcase the true superiority of this vehicle over every other Tier 10 in the game. So how about I just pull out a 7K battle here live? Let's get into some gameplay, see what we can do. Here we are on Port Bay. This is a very tricky map to drive any tank on, especially a vehicle like the Foch that only features 5 degrees of gun depression and no turret. It's going to be quite a challenging predicament, but obviously the Foch is the best tank in the game, so this is going to be an easy 7K, no issues whatsoever. We get a nice slap into the enemy TVP to start off this game. Let's move up a bit. I always like to have the arrow indicators on, that way you can always see it's a live battle. I mean, also you can't see the damage count, but yeah, the arrow indicators are why I always leave them on. So we got the Badger all the way in the back. Nice slap into the Badger once. I don't think we can get another one out, but the 113 sitting right out in the open. Look at that. Amazing armor on this vehicle, allowing me to get a bounce with almost no issues whatsoever. Okay, well let's move on up. We've already done a decent amount of about 1,500 damage this game because of its super high alpha. And we're gonna push the 113. What are you doing, Gavna? Well, you're gonna bounce me. A heat shell as well, which is pretty impressive judging that the 113 has the highest heat pen for Tier 10 heavy currently. We slam a heat shell right into the 113's upper plate with this 407 mils of heat pen, and now we're gonna continue on our merry way. Well, we got a Badger and 183 in front of us. You know what? I believe in this tank's armor. We're going to push this 183. He isn't going to be able to do anything to us. Oh, yeah! To be fair, still rolled about 500 with a high explosive, but it did not pen. And it shows just where even the hatch on this vehicle is impervious to the majority of ammo. Oh yeah, don't question that at all. Alright, we got a Badger down low. Let's see if we can get some damage into the Badger here. We got our shells loaded already, and uh-oh, my game's lagging. Okay, we're good. It's back, it's back. Let's get a nice heat shell into the Badger, and reload. Unfortunate. If my game didn't lag there, we probably would have been able to get a second shell out, but not that big of a deal. We're already doing pretty good, and the enemy team still has pretty healthy vehicles left. An object. I don't know why I said object. They don't have an object. They got a Vickers Light, a Kampfpanzer, and a Standard B. My brain just absolutely died. I think what happens is when I play the Foch, it's just such an overpowering vehicle that my brain can't handle the amount of OP-ness this vehicle has going for it. So we get a nice shot into the Kampfpanzer. We get a second shell into his vehicle, and he's dead. We are now upwards of 5,000 damage. This actually might be a 7,000 game. We got a Vickers Light and a Standard B that I don't know where he is or how much health he's on. The Vickers is going to go wide, and the Caro misses him, which is fantastic. All right, let's go. Full speed ahead, full speed. Go. We are going to catch this Vickers. He's not going to be able to do anything, and because the Vickers Light only has 300 damage per shot, he's not able to kill me with his standard shell because we're a double shot tank. We're able to slam an HE into his tank and finish him off. 33 hit points left. We have dealt almost 6,000 damage. There is a Standard B left with just 1,000 health. If we can get the standard B, we're gonna be mighty close to a 7K game. Get out of my way, Caro! Move out of my way! Somehow we hit that shot. I mean, not somehow. The Foch is the best tank in the game. Obviously, we hit that shot. Alright, keep going, keep going, keep going. Full speed! Yeet! And we get a bounce in the process. Well, there you go. That was a victory. Taking a look at the post-game results, this was a 6,800 damage game. I guess it wasn't technically the 7K I was hoping, but that's pretty dang close for one single battle played. We did a lot of damage. Not only that, but we had 2 zeros on the team, but obviously, when you're in a Foch, you can carry any situation you're stuck in. I mean, it's just the most overpowered tank in the game. Clearly, we showed it right here. And you know, Flossie talks about how the armor on the Foch isn't very good, but I don't understand where he's getting that from, because we can clearly see here it's quite strong. Up against us, we have an E100, and frontally, everything is a block as we can see. The lower plate, the upper plate, even that hatch is completely blocking every shell. And even if you completely overangle the sides, as we can see, you're basically not getting penned in the Foch. It is completely red. Now, to be fair, there is a weak spot. As we can see, the rear of the tank does have a flat panel which you are able to cut through. But for the most part, you're obviously not going to be penetrating the Foch, and this is once again why it is the best tank in the game. I seriously don't know what Flossie's talking about. I mean, maybe if you load gold ammo, yeah. I guess once you load gold, you can penetrate the side of the tank, so that is kind of weak, but definitely against AP, this vehicle is kind of busted. I'm not going to lie there. To showcase just how effective the Foch armor is in actual battle, let's see how much damage we can block in this pretty short gameplay here. We have a 60 TP in front of us, but obviously he doesn't want to shoot at the Foch. The armor's too strong. This fool of a leopard tries to pen us, and it has now bounced us twice with his tier 10 medium. Well, that's no problem. We're going to aim it on the enemy mouse while we have our shell and slam him for 1,400 damage. Already a pretty solid start to this game, dealing 1,400, annihilating this poor mouse's armor. And look at that, we got another bounce. Oh, and another bounce. Just like that, we've blocked 1,580 hit points. Look at that. The mouse saying sure in the chat. I mean, the armor on this vehicle. Oh, there you go, another bounce. You cannot simply defeat the Foch. It is too powerful of a vehicle. Its armor is incapable of being penetrated. Look at that. 5 shots received, 0 shots penned. In all seriousness, the Foch is a tank that I do enjoy playing. It's obviously not the best tank in the game, but it is a vehicle that could do decently well. Just on my press account, I've been going around 3,600 damage for 30 games played in the vehicle, which is pretty solid. It's definitely a tricky vehicle, and not everybody is obviously going to like it because of the fact it features such weak track wheels. Its reverse speed is pretty dang bad, and its side armor is, yeah, not great. Next up, with gear oil and the fact that it's getting tungsten, this vehicle is definitely going to be quite strong. Currently, I'd say it's still a decent tank, but there are definitely others that can do its job just as good, if not better, like the 113 GFT. I think the Foch is fun, but yeah, it's definitely a tricky tank to play. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this vehicle, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. It'll probably be the last meme-style video I'm doing, at least on the Foch, but definitely keep your eyes open for other ones with Flossie in the future. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.